Okay, so the first exercise is playing the chromatic scale on the low E string. We're going to start with the open position. We're going to go all the way up to the 12th fret, and then we're going to go back down again. We're going to name every note as we do it. For the enharmonic names, you can use whatever you like. We're not assigned to any key when we play the chromatic scale. But when we play the E major scale later on, we will be concerned about using those correct names. It's going to go like this. E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, E, D sharp, D, C sharp, C, B, A sharp, A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, E. Okay, exercise 2 is going to take that chromatic scale and test your knowledge. So once you feel comfortable with your note names and playing the chromatic scale, I want you to slide up the E string to any random note and name it. And then slide down to another random note and name it. And keep doing that and kind of go through the whole chromatic scale that way. And try, if it takes you a second, no problem. But think of the note names according to the fret markers. That should help you find the notes. So let's give you an example. B, G sharp, D, C, F sharp, D sharp, E, B, F sharp. Okay, exercise 3 is going to be playing the E major scale. Hopefully you have your paper in front of you on the low E string. We'll name those notes too. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Okay, this exercise is going to be the same thing, except we're going to use our interval numbers or our scale degree numbers instead of saying the note names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, exercise 5, slow down a little bit. So we're not going to name the notes this time. We're not going to name the intervals. We're just going to navigate through the scale using our ears to tell us if we're right or wrong. If we play a wrong note, we just start over. Take it slow at first. If you're feeling pretty good about that, you're getting your ears around how the E major scale sounds on one string. Now mix up the notes a little bit. Try to find some little melodies. Take your time. It just kind of, you're really using your ear just to kind of tell you if you're right or wrong. Once again, if you play a wrong note, start over and keep going. Oh, that was a wrong note, right? Hopefully you're getting the sound of the E major scale in your head. We're going to try to play the E major scale on a different string now without any accompaniment. And I want you to try to find the notes just by listening, using your ears to tell where to go to next. Okay? If you know your octaves, you know that an octave of the low E string, the next octave up is going to be right here on the D string 2nd fret. That is the E note, right? So start with that note. Navigate up the scale and then back down again and see how you do. Pause the video and then come back and I will show you. I'll go through it for you. Okay, hopefully it went pretty well. It should have gone something like this. I added that little bit at the end because to show you that that note is also in the scale too. That's your 7th degree. Major 7th. That's your major 7 right there. Back to your E. So, okay, so now we're going to do a harmony exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this E note drone as we play the scale on the A string. We're going to start right here on this E note, right? And if you notice, we're kind of in the middle of the neck. So as we take the scale upwards from here, we've got enough frets to go just beyond 1 octave, and we don't have quite enough frets to go an entire octave down. And that's okay. What we really want to hear is the harmony created between the note that your finger is on, or your scale degree, and this low E string drone that we're letting ring out over it. So it's going to go something like this. The last few exercises, I didn't really say much about note names or interval numbers. That's okay. I'm really wanting you to listen to it and use your ears without having to think too much about that stuff. It'll come to you eventually. But I want you to put part of your regular practice routine to learn the notes of the lowest E string and the A string, right? Up and down the fretboard, and get those memorized. And you can do that by practicing that chromatic scale. That should be part of your regular practice. Now for this exercise, we're going to do the same thing we did last time, but we're going to mix up the notes a little bit, and this is like a freestyle. You create your own melodies. You don't play exactly what I'm playing, but try to use your ear to tell you if you're in and out of scale. Something like this. Okay, I'm going to leave you with one really good thing, and this is kind of introduction to the next video, which is building chords off the analysis that we did. But and we get further into this later on too. So if this confuses you a little bit, it's not a problem. I'm going to do a little bit of explaining. But if you can grasp this, you can put it into your playing immediately. You can have a lot of fun with this. But by now you've figured out that you can play the E major scale on every string, up and down the string. If you want to figure out the rest of the strings, I encourage you to do so. And if you did, you're going to find out that this is an E note right here on the B string, right? 5th fret, right? Okay, and if you were to do the scale analysis on the D string right here, you're going to figure out that this note right here is your major 3rd. Okay, so we have a 1 and a major 3rd up here. Kind of odd. If you listen to it with the drone note, I'm going to put the pick down and I'm just going to use my fingers here, right? Did you hear how well that sounds? Okay. Now, if we were going to move up the scale from here, then that E note would go to the F sharp, which is right here, right? Right? Now, and that major 3rd was right here. If we're going to go up from this string, now to go from the 3rd to the 4th, the major 3rd to the 4th, you only go a half step, right? So there's that note. So this shape right here, and these two notes, and this harmony goes like this. I'm trying to position myself so you can see this next chord. Oh, sorry. Right? Right? But I would probably play it like this. Playing the notes that my fingers are on. Right? You can do it like that. Okay. Now work that out for yourself. Go up and down the fretboard, playing all the intervals that you can play like that, and you're just playing in harmonies, and you're going up and down. And we're going to get to more explanation of that in the video, but I wanted to leave this with you, and I was going to go ahead and just kind of freestyle play something, and I want you to do the same thing.